Hello, my name is Fernando Petre. I'm working for Alten Delivery Center Romania, part of Group Alten. I'm engineer in Processes, Method and Tools department. In this presentation, I will show from where to get some informations to help yourself to create your own Windows form. The best place from where you can get information is from the installation folder, from the documentation. Let's open this file and see what we can get there. Typing the word structure in the search field, we can find what we are looking for. So the topic is discovering command header identifiers. When you open this topic, you will see a lot of informations, but what we need is the C command, which is highlighted here, and the command is application frame structure exposition. Let's copy the command and paste it in the 3DEXPERIENCE application, and a small window will appear. I will type a path in the directory text box, select all types, then push print button, OK, and now I will go to the temp folder and we can see the text files generated by the command. Let's open one of them in the Notepad++. We can see here the title, ID, DLLs. Let's open another one. And I will choose a command. And let's see what we can do with this. Let's do this test. C, 2 points. Fixing space, which I copied from the text file, and see the engineering connection, it's done. That was with the title. Now let's try with the ID. Select another component and see, and that's it. We will have the same result. A short reminder with steps to be followed to reveal the commands. Open the workbench from which you want to extract the informations. Right-click anywhere in the 3D graphic space and select Display Status Bar if it's not already shown. Then type the following command in the command field, application frame structure exposition. From the new window shown, you can select the package from which you want to extract the commands and define a path to export the text file in a separate folder. The text file will include command aliases and names that can be used in the command prompt in the power input text box. For example, here it's shown the command to create a new geometrical set. In the installation folder of the platform, we can find another interesting file. It's called v6 command. It's a text file. If you open the file, you will see inside the same thing, commands, IDs, alias names, what DLL are used, everything inside a single file. With the help of this file, I have created an Excel file with filters attached to the presentation, to the PowerPoint presentation. Here I can filter. For example, I can filter for commands. Here I can see from which workbench it's coming the command. I can filter, for example, for workbenches, which can be then used in automation for changing the workbenches, like in CATIA v5. So here, for example, it's for the folder workbench, folder application, and with this Excel file I have selected only the workbenches and their alias in another Excel file. Here I choose to create an CAD VBA, a macro in Excel, to create a specific text file which I will use in the VB.NET application. Here, running the macro, we can obtain a text file, and in the text file we will find the code which I will use in the VB.NET application for changing the workbenches. So let's see the VB.NET application. This is used only for changing the workbenches, and can be also part of your own Windows application for which can have also macros and other commands looking like action pad. Here is the code, and everything what was generated in that text file, you can find it here. We can insert also a check date, so this application will be available only for a certain time. You can also include some access for the users. Let's see now the application working. For example, here you can search a value. For example, folder. This will open the folder application, Enovia bookmark. You can see in one column the workbench or the name of the workbench, and in the other one it's the alias. You can search for a string, for example life cycle, and we can change in assembly design, or we can switch for a part and search another string, part, and let's choose in the list what we are interested. Change the workbench, and we have bent part design. In the same way, we can run another application, for example 3D Play, which is open now in a separate window. switch to another part and choose another application, sheet metal design. Close windows with a separate button. Let's close also this window and filter with Enovia. Pick another. We have in the third text box the alias, and in this small window we can pick what to show in the product finder. So now let's see how is looking in the VB.NET the application done for the which is looking like the action pad. Here I have inserted the same code to check the date. It's like a trial period, so you can have a trial period if you want. And the application is organized on different tabs with different functions. You can see there part, product, drafting. Let's see how it's working. Here in the product tab I have inserted also several macros and several commands which are available in assembly. Here is a specific tab which is dealing with the windows from 3DEXPERIENCE. Now I will open a new application component. It's open in sheet metal design, and here you can see there are two tabs opened. The name is on the left side. From here I can activate whatever window I want. Switch to another tab which is called Tools, and here you can see I want to switch to Part Design, and here you can see a drop-down list with which is filtered by first letter, and let's put in show the geometrical sets. The command is coming from that file with commands. Here are all the commands available in part design. Let's show all as all, run. Everything is put in show. Filter on let's see, hide, and hide surfaces. That means we will hide also the planes because they are considered surfaces. Everything is hide, as you can see. Jump to an assembly. And if I'm looking to filter on first letter H, you will see I don't have available commands like hide all, hide lines, or something else. That means you will need to do separate macros to hide or show different things in assembly. I'm running a command, open a new window. So I have a second instance of the same product in a new window. And here I have inserted a link to the Excel file, an Excel file which it's grouping on different workbenches, on different sheets, all the commands. From the buttons which I inserted on the application, you can open also web links, which can be very useful, like user guide or part supply. You can also backup your CAD settings, restore or delete them. These are separate macros which I have done it and inserted in this action pad, let's say. Or you can select and choose in the specification tree to open part. Here there are buttons which will change the color and the layer of the part body. Let's try another one. Here we can see the result. And let's see in properties. Here we can check, we can see the layer and the color according to the graphics on the Windows form. Another option, let's rename all the lines. Here we can see how macro done the job. And another macro which can work also in part or product with different options, hide, show or select different elements in part design or assembly design. The first tab in the VB.NET application is dealing with parameters. So here we have an engine frame where with a button we can get all the parameters in the active window. The engine frame is done with skeleton. So we can see here in the specification tree the parameters. Picking a row, we can see the value, and I want to modify that value. Push the button, the value is modified. Choose another one. Let's modify also this value. Push the button, the value is modified, is shown. Hit the button update, and the engine frame will be modified because everything is linked and linked to the skeleton. We can see now the difference. To summarize, this application is showing different tabs, grouping some commands or launching other useful applications like Microsoft Office or other applications. Can incorporate some macros, and everything will be inside an exe file compiled by Visual Studio. The application is working with the DLLs, dynamic link libraries, coming from the platform, with some Excel files, and everything is inside one folder. In the solution provided in the PowerPoint presentation, you can see also how can be set an available time for this application. Thank you for your attention. I'm waiting for your questions in the next minutes.